Hello, my darlings, air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Welcome to your extra January monthly reading. I may not have done your full independent star sign reading yet, but I am doing these extra elemental star readings. So do welcome to this today. I am using my Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards, and then I will also be using probably my guardian angel messages for you. We shall see what spirit guides me to do so. If this reading resonates, my darling, you are hearing it within divine design for you. And if it resonates or I resonate as a reader, don't forget to hit the like button, to comment, to subscribe, or to become a member of this channel. And I also offer as my gift back to you, pay what you can readings. And the link to my website to book is in the description box below. So what has come out? Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts, my darling. And you have here both the wolf and the eagle, two of my favorite power animals have come out for you. So your gifts, my darling, as an air sign, communication, obviously, you have a very quick wit, you're very good at the wise words as well. You're very good at you may not think this, but actually going with change, going with that wind of change, which is air. You are also, my darling, within this space of being both the eagle and the wolf here. You are very aware of things as well. The wolf is about somebody who is very intuitively connected to people, and so this is a time for you to use this situation is calling upon you to use that sort of intellectual infinite intelligence of yourself, to tap into your knowing. Bear with me just 1 second, I didn't turn my phone. To tap into that very intuitive side of yourself when dealing with a situation which I feel involves close kinship is what I'm getting. Your pack, my darling, your soul tribe, your soul family, whether that your clan, whether that means your family or a very close friendship group. It's asking you to step outside of what perhaps might be a bit of a confrontational situation at this time, and to step back and feel your way through it. Intuitively feel the energy of the others in the group and sense when there might be a little bit of pushback at this time, or whether actually somebody, despite how they are, what they are saying, you can actually feel they're asking for help, they're asking for reassurance. Perhaps they're asking for somebody to say to them they're doing a good job. I don't know, my darling, but this is a situation which is calling on you to use your infinite intelligence and to use your words beautifully. You speak very wisely when you step into that space that is responding to a situation, when you're tapping into that infinite intelligence. And the eagle here is to ask you, this is the shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. Your gift also is to be able to see the big picture, to be able to rise up and away from it, and to fall back maybe away from it as well, just like a wolf may fall back from the pack in order for a move that is happening for the benefit of the community, to the benefit of the pack to happen. To effectively, it's not necessarily follow their leader, but it is to fall back and to decide from that higher perspective and from that observation what is happening at this time. Because if you can remain centered enough, my darling, and I'm looking at this eagle here connected to this man's sort of head here, if you can let go and remain centered enough to when you find yourself coming into perhaps say a defensive mode or an attacking mode because your ego has been wounded, our identity is our ego, our personality. If you can find yourself stepping back from that energy as you feel it moving, and as you find that you can step back and release that energy and relax away from that energy, my darling, then it means that you're falling away from the energy, you're not following it through. And it's very important, I feel, at this time for you to be that shapeshifter, for you to step into this energy space and feel your way around it. People are very comfortable talking to you. And that's also what a shape-shifting energy means. It means you can adapt to any situation. You can adapt your energy so that others feel comfortable in your presence. And I feel that you are, and I'm getting this word leader again, you are kind of the leader of your pack. And I think others are looking to you now for the way forward, the guidance within this. And they are giving you this lovely message, guardian angel, you are not alone. And I feel that responsibility that you're taking on at the moment about the situation, your angels are saying you're not alone. They are there helping you with those inspired thoughts and actions and choices that you're taking at this time. But there is within this the understanding that you have a gift, and you have a gift of communication. You have a gift of feeling your way with energy, just like the eagle feels its way within the wind. It feels, and it takes the path of least resistance within the thermals of the wind. So feel at this time, perhaps might be the heat of the situation, but actually what might be the path of least resistance for not just you, but for all concerned, because there is very much a completion of sorts to happen here at this time. Let's just see if there's any more advice for you. These elemental readings are not the bigger readings of the month, but they're here as perhaps a little, let's call it a little guidepost for you for particular situations that have arisen as you perhaps are guided to see this reading. Thank you, my darling. For air signs, thank you. What have we got? So at the moment, you've got this 10 of Pentacles, but it is upside down at this time. And you can see that whatever this is, it is a community, whether it's your family, whether it's your friends, but it is a community and it has growth to it. It has abundance to it. It's very strong at its core. It's beautifully strong at its core. But at this time, they're asking you, within your shape-shifting, beautiful communication, ability to see the big picture, when you take a step back and a step away from it, falling behind from it, that there is some knowledge for you to pass on. There is some wisdom for you to impart at this time that is going to help resolve this back into the healthy 10 of Pentacles beautiful environment. Thank you, Spirit. And there you are within this card. You see as the eagle. There you are. So it's about coming up and away at the moment. You're too caught up within this to actually see what you're meant to say at this time, not only for yourself, but from others as well, my darling. One more message, please. Thank you. Well, maybe a couple more. We'll see what they want to say. Thank you, Spirit. Too many cards. Oh, well, that was the one at the top they wanted me to show you, the Emperor. So this is you as the Emperor, all four kings, looking at his extraordinary empire. Okay, this is this beautiful energetic structure that you have, and there is love of his subjects. He doesn't know them all. He knows some more closely than others. He has a wise counsel as well, which is your guardian angels close at hand. But the Emperor will take stock of the situation. The Emperor will not get involved in the finer detail. Okay, the Emperor sees the big picture. The Emperor is the leader. There's a wonderful saying that, Winston Churchill used to say, you can't be a leader and a manager. You can't be a great leader and a great manager. So you are being asked to lead this, but not to manage the process, to lead it, to sprinkle your wonderful stardust of infinite intelligence and wisdom into this situation, and then to take a step back and let everybody else manage the process. That's what the Emperor does, okay? So take up that leadership role, shape-shift your way into the situation. You know what you need to do when you feel your way around. Thank you, Spirit. What else? Because if you are that as the Emperor, then this is a beautiful resolving of this. If you decide to be an Emperor who's having a bit of a bad morning or a bad day, it's as I say, a little bit like a bull in a china shop. There can be more damage than there is already. So thank you, because people do look up to you, darling, and they see you as somebody that they wish to take guidance from. So your expressive words and what you're thinking and saying is leading this energy at this point of time. And it's perhaps not where you want to lead it to go. But you're coming to this reading because there is within you, your soul saying to you, actually, no, let's look at it this way. So thank you, Spirit. Yeah, the High Priestess. And the 10 of Wands, okay, and the 10 of Wands has come out. So they're asking you, this was an affirmation for that, just to do that, come up and away, come back, Don't follow through with that energy of defensiveness or wishing to get a point across, because that's the ego speaking. It's not your soul speaking. And ego fights ego, doesn't listen. Soul listens to soul. So if you impart, if you give a piece of beautiful infinite intelligence, divine wisdom coming through you with no resistance, they will listen. And you will listen, and you will hear it as well. And a very important message from Spirit is, it's actually more for you than there anybody else. Yes, the domino effect, the ripple effect of it is that peace is resolved. But aside from that, everybody will take from you within your speaking infinite intelligence, source wisdom coming through you. They will take what they're meant to take within that moment, whether it is the whole message or a seed of the message, but they will take what is meant for them within divine design. But you will receive it all, my darling, and you will feel peaceful and connected in that knowing of the words that you have spoken. So that's the High Priestess. And it is to not do anything else right now other than to stand back, observe, to feel your way through this energy, to come back to feeling your way through this energy, my darling, and to use those gifts that you have to tune into this situation, to tune in and see what everybody's deepest wishes are within this, what they are considering, what they are wishing for, what are they everybody wanting to hear from the other, and why it is. And then when we have that understanding, then we can do that little shapeshifter thing and allow something to disintegrate, to dissolve, because things have been resolved in a way that is peaceful and without judgment. So yeah, this is the time for you to do that, my darling. And, you know, a time of you within this space of being the shapeshifter to gather that information as the High Priestess. She has the book here and she's gathering that information. And there is an apple. So that seed of truth, you're about to take a bite of the apple. That seed of truth, that seed of knowledge is right there. It's right there. So, and then alongside of that, you have the 10 of Wands, because you, my darling, are carrying all of this around with you at the moment. And it is exhausting. You're holding the space energetically. To hold the space energetically for a group where there is disjointed energy, not energy that's not compatible, it's not happy, it's not comfortable, it's not peaceful, is a very tiring place to be. And you can't keep holding this forever. So something's got to give. Something's got to give. And at the moment, it's going to be you. So if you can put that basket down and say, you know what, I'm too wise, and I've seen, and I'm just not going to do this anymore for everybody else. I'm actually going to think about number one, but I wish to understand the truth of the situation. So I'm going to seek to understand it for myself. I'm going to impart that wisdom. This is an elderly lady here. Impart that wisdom, those few wise words, as a leader, as a guide for everybody, and then I'm going to step back and let them manage the situation. I'm not going to get involved because it's too much. The 10 of Wands is you can't continue with this energy space, my darling. So let's see one more for you, and then I will wrap it up for you. Thank you. Wise Counselor has come out. So this is the Hierophant that's come out for you. Thank you, Spirit. Do you see all those wonderful signs there as well? I did a reading today about divine activation codes and things that are coming through. I do feel with seeing all of these symbols here on the floor here, and this is the Hierophant as well, that you are receiving downloads, you are receiving information at this time. The Hierophant is to tell you that this is almost a spiritual exercise, a lesson for you as well, as much as it is for everybody else, in order for you to grow and evolve and connect with yourself in a really, really positive way about this, and to come out feeling very happy with the situation and to evolve because of that, and for everybody else to evolve because of that. It is also about remembering to ask your angels for help. They can help if you ask them at this time. So do ask your angels for help. And what you're believing at this time, feel what you're believing at this time from the heart space. It's important that you go with that heart system, that belief system, rather than this system. This system is wonderful, but it's too clinical, it's too critical. This system comes from non-judgment, compassion, love, and feeling your way through it. And that's what they're asking to do with that shapeshift thing. And with shapeshifter, with the wolf and the eagle, think of yourself as those two spirit animals at this time. And just to see what perhaps has happened in the past and is happening again, perhaps looking at new ways of doing things, because you're here as well as a teacher of others, as a guide for others. But in doing so, you are expanding within yourself as your own teacher and guide, my darling. So there we are. I trust that has helped you gorgeous air signs, for those that have come to this message and resonated with it. And as I said, if you'd like a pay what you can reading, you can click on the link below to book that via my website, my darling. My gift back to you. So much love for you all, and take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.